The Aces, Callie, are they turning the corner now? Are they turning the corner? Asia Wilson has been wearing white T-shirts, and so I want to know, are the Aces turning the corner?
I think that is a loaded question. I love the question. Are they turning the corner? I think that their last game was, a great win. You on the road against the Mercury, Asia scoring 41 points and recording what is it, like the second 40-point 15 rebound game since Candace Parker, who she loves and admires so much, which is, she talked about post game how much that means to her. But yeah, just in the last 5 games, she's averaging 30 points. Oh my goodness, and 12 rebounds. So what's so funny is when I wrote the story about her average in the white T-shirts games, I think she'd only played like 4 games or something like that in the white T-shirt. So the average points were lower. Obviously, they've gone up since the last performance. So seeing that 30 points is pretty wild. But yeah, she's playing out of her mind at this point. You're hearing MVP praise and all this stuff out the wazoo. But then it's like you got to look at the rest of the team and everything that they have going on. Jackie Young returned for the Aces in that win over the Mercury.
A lot of assists in that game.
Huh?
A lot of assists in that game.
Right. So that was actually a season or a career high assists, and then like tied the franchise record. So with Chelsea Gray, who missed the second half of that game. And I think that might maybe be the most promising aspect of that whole showing, which is that they didn't have Chelsea Gray for 2 quarters. She took a hard charge and her back was hurting, so she didn't play. And then Jackie kind of stepped up and was able to dish the ball, facilitate the offense after having not played previously. So I think that those are all promising things, but I think the fact that she had to take that rest, and now you even look like they signed Queen Egbo to a 7-day contract. And I think that's partially because Becky did mention that she wants to give Asia some rest at some point, which has not happened. I don't think Asia has missed a game since like 2018 or 2019 or something like that. So
I believe she has to do that, but I don't see that happening.
I don't think so either. But I mean, just
willing to forfeit a game. I'm looking at their schedule, Callie. Okay, if she's gonna do that, it's probably tonight versus the Sky, and I haven't heard anything about Asia Wilson being out, and that's no disrespect.
Well, that's the thing. They might not. When they rested Jackie Young, we didn't hear about it until 15 minutes before tip-off. So I think that's possible.
Kennedy Carter is back. Can they rest Asia Wilson tonight?
I would not advise it if Kennedy Carter is back. But I haven't seen I've been looking for injury updates.
She's questionable for tonight.
Yeah.
I don't know how she'll be. We hope Kennedy feels better soon, because we saw a video of her that she was in the hospital. She's in health and safety protocols. But after the Sky tonight, they have the Sun, the Liberty. These are both games on the road. The Aces are going to then face the Fever on the road. Then the Fever come back and face them in their building. They have the Storm, who are going to really be trying to win a game, because if not, the Aces will hold the tiebreaker over them, right? And then the Wings, who are trying to creep in to that final 8th playoff spot, who have also been a little hot lately. Where is Becky Hammon finding rest for Asia Wilson? I just don't see it.
I mean, I think, and again, I could be wrong, and this is going to be my mission to find out tonight. Like, do they anticipate Queen Egbo playing? Because it's been done. We've seen the Dallas Wings. We've seen even the Minnesota Lynx add players and then play them the day after they've been signed. So it's not unheard of. The Aces didn't have practice yesterday, but they shared photos, and even Tyler Marsh, the player development coach, he was working out with Queen Egbo, and he was like, I'm sore. She's strong. You know what I mean? Because they were getting reps in. Obviously, she was bodying him. So I think that there's a possibility that we see. I mean, and again, I don't know. I don't anticipate Becky resting Asia for the whole game. She might not do what she did with Jackie. She might not have the luxury to do what she did with Jackie. Whereas Jackie's don't suit up, just be on the bench, don't play. She might not be able to do that. It might be Asia, play this first half. If we get a substantial enough lead, don't play in the second half.
Okay, but you wrote about this. Asia in the white tee. Is that really beatable right now for the Aces? I mean, tell us really quickly about this white tee phenomenon and what's been going on with her and why she's wearing the white tees.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so the Aces were struggling even leading up to the Olympic break. They weren't playing up to standard. They started off 6-6 without Chelsea Gray. Then they got her back, and they were still losing some games. When they came back from the Olympic break, this was a highly anticipated matchup against the New York Liberty. A'ja Wilson dressed up. She dressed down as she does. She has a great stylist, Amadi, who puts her in skirt sets, designer outfits, all this. That's how A'ja showed up for the game against the Liberty. And then they lost to Liberty at home in their first game coming back from the Olympic break. And we have not seen A'ja. We've seen A'ja in one outfit since then. So that since then, she has gone to the white t-shirt and sweatpants. The game after the Liberty game was against the Sparks. She showed up in a white t-shirt, like the most oversized white t-shirt we've ever seen, and like the most oversized sweatpants. And they won that game. So then when they were playing the Lynx, she kind of tried to get dressed up again. She wore like a white tank top and these like bedazzled denim pants. Then they lost the Lynx, and it's white t-shirts only. So
But
finally,
quote from her. I mean,
yeah,
you wrote, this is from you, right? You wrote about this.
Finally,
said,
when I asked her about it, I was like, is there any point, like anything that you could do? You just scored 26 points, 15 rebounds. Are you going to put normal arrival outfits on again? And she was like, no. Right now, my focus is getting wins. If we start getting a couple wins under our belt, I might pop out and show a little something. Right now, I'm digging in the bottom of my t-shirt drawer and I'm just putting on a t-shirt and I'm getting out. And she even said that like her stylist has been asking her to put on the outfits anyway. Her mom is mad that the shirts are wrinkled, but A'ja doesn't care. Like she wants the team to win. And she also feels like it's a distraction at this point for her to get up in the morning and like pick the outfits, even though like her stylist lays them out for her. Like she still feels like there's effort involved and she doesn't want to put in any effort. She just wants to like arrive to the games and focus on hooping.
well, look, is she setting a trend by doing this? Just like she did with the leg sleeve. Aaliyah Edwards showed up in her white tee, and now people want to know what brand of white tee it is. So this is why
I beat the storm when Aaliyah Edwards wore that white tee.
Exactly. This is why I feel like I don't know if the Aces have turned the corner, Callie. I don't know if they're back, but I know A'ja Wilson ain't letting them slip to no 5 and 6 and all of that seed. I don't see that happening. Nah. She could be the league's first unanimous MVP. So I just there's something to be said about having the best player in the world on your team, and she's the best player in the world by a mile. Callie Lawson-Freeman, thank you so much for joining me today. Always appreciate your insight on the Aces. Gonna hopefully be an exciting game today. Just hope all players are healthy. I hope Kennedy Carter's back because not only are the Chicago Sky missing her, but the league is missing seeing what she can do. And look forward to your coverage of the Aces and this game tonight. Thank you, Callie.
Thank you.